go.
You walk to the exit and you turn around. You see the man there fighting.
Seemingly winning.
Seemingly winning. Yes. He smoldering remains of the two knights that stopped him before. Now just sort of smoldering in ruins. There are now more soldiers sort of pouring in, but he's fighting harder than ever now. He now also has a sword drawn. And then he is making his way as sort of these flashes of gray lights, turning this hallway into an area of combat now. And you see his vulnerable back just there, just beyond the guardian that this caster that seems to have let you go. You walk past the caster towards the exit, and you look back, and you just cannot resist. And before the caster can do anything to stop you, you let loose the arrow. You see the silver-robed individual make it to a set of double doors, and he's like, he launches himself at it just as the knights are grabbing at his robes, trying to pull him back. And as he pushes open the door, he's struck by the arrow in the back. And you hear him scream in pain as the force of the arrow knocks him forward into the room itself. However, the caster beside you mistakes it for an attack in his direction now, and he says, "You had your chance." We'll cut from there. Just for reference, would you be making sort of a fighting retreat from this point, or would you be just trying to?
I would, if I see that the rogue guy is still alive, but it seems like I won't be able to reach him. I'll start running.
Okay. So you're fighting, but only as far as just trying to get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I see that I won't be able to reach him at all in any way, I'm just gonna go.
Okay. All right. So you engage in this sort of fighting retreat now. Now that there's sort of a second threat identified, now they start coming out of the woodwork. These knights trying to hold you, but you have a little bit of an advantage over the man that you were shadowing, as he is fighting towards their center and you're fighting away. And so sort of the forces being split between them, you begin to sort of you engage in a battle for your life, trying to escape the manor. We go first to Calenites.
Nice.
Many dead girl, doll, dragons. Yeah. What's evil?
There was a dragon that you said it blotted out the sun. It flew above.
That was actually indoors. There was no sun. It was just from the torch. So the torch seemed to sort of the light in the room seemed to sort of dim immediately, as if eclipsed by something that was passing overhead. It is as if you were outside and something great, huge had sort of passed you overhead and sort of blotted out the sun. And then the wind just sort of went through as well.
Wow.
The great cloak person was with the undead looking guy?
No, I just chopped
okay.
for reasons.
Oh yeah, the guy is the foreman, right?
But where did the undead guy come from? Or he was just in the hallway also?
I seem to have been stalking the foreigner.
Did you try to take note of how the busts look like? The three handsome men?
I only bothered for the map at the end.
Alright. Kayan,
Nice.
Esvel wakes you up for your...
Hey, your turn.
Oh, alright, sure.
I point at Banya's bag. The little shit comes out from time to time.
What did it...
The
I wonder if I can dispel magic on this thing.
It's fucking freaky. Just keep an eye out for it. I saw it leaked out. It's creepy as fuck, but
Alright,
It's over.
He grows on you.
why is he even still keeping it that way?
Okay, well, yeah, just warning you in case you
Sure.
see, so you don't get surprised by it. I mean, I love everything. I hate that thing the most.
And as the walks away, I take a peek at the bird cage as well and say,
Nice one. We're all blind to our own.
Okay.
Right?
Johari window blind is the blind quadrant.
Okay. Kayan, is there anything specific that you're doing on your ship?
as specific that I'm going to do during my shift. I'm gonna walk around for about 15 minutes inside the cathedral. I take a peek once in a while inside the banya's bag or the bag as well. Just once in a
You can
while.
go and make a perception check.
One time it looks full. The next time you look, it's not full anymore.
9, okay.
Fucking hell.
9. You every 15 minutes or just once in the entire?
And instead of
No, just within the span of my 15-minute walk. Of 15 minutes.
You keep looking
And
in
then-
on him?
Yeah. Then after 15 minutes, I'll try to like walk outside the cathedral grounds for my rounds.
Okay. You pass on the first 15 minutes. You pass by. Everything seems all right. Nothing seems to be going on. You walk around the inside of the cathedral, spotting nothing in particular.
Seems
Uh,
peaceful.
You walk around outside now.
It's peaceful.
You can go in for the next 15 minutes
only
also.
source of
You can go ahead and make a perception check.
A perception check again. Interesting. Another 9? 9.
9.
9. Okay. It seems quiet. All seems quiet.
Zihao is the strongest of us.
You hear a very, very slight and gentle sob.
Sob.
Hmm.
Adult or a kid?
It might possibly be either child or a woman because of the pitch.
In what direction?
Right now, as you're circling the outside of the church, it will be coming from inside.
Inside. Inside the church. Okay, I walk inside.
You try to
And
look for
quietly I
the.
say hello.
It's a song.
Okay. You can go ahead and make an investigation
Sob
check
or
and then a perception check.
I thought it was a song.
No, a sob.
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 5.
Baby go.
Oh,
A
there.
20 for perception.
Okay, good.
Nice.
You pass by the sleeping area. You notice nothing out of the ordinary. However, the sobbing, you do begin to sort of trace the sound of it. You begin to sort of follow it through. Now, it sounds like it's coming from the back area, where the area where your second dark gift is laying.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Alright.
Annika, where Annika is
Annika, yeah.
where Annika is being sort of at rest. You hear a sob in the woman from inside that
Oh
room.
my god.
What? Okay. Where we kept Annika it's a room, right?
It's like a
It's the back room.
Is it?
It's a back room. It's where a priest and his acolytes would begin to dress
Oh my
themselves
god,
in the
sorry,
vestments.
Father
Oh my
Lucian.
gosh.
We've been.
Where they would dress with their vestments, where they would
It's
prepare
okay.
all of the
We
materials.
took
Where
back the bones.
And there's a door. Or just
They
a
owe
archway.
us.
there is a door going
There's a
through
door,
there.
right? I'm going inside. And I say again, quietly, hello?
Okay. You open the door and it is pitch black, but you are half elf, right?
Yes.
So you can see in the dark. And as soon as the door sort of creaks, the sob stops. So it's as if afraid to be heard.
Divine sense.
Okay, you cast your divine sense outwards, and you sense nothing at first, and then a ping of undeath from behind. From behind you, as a rope comes up over you onto your throat. You can go ahead and make an athletics check at this point.
Jesus
Athletics
Christ.
check. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Not the same. So your paladin shit
I
ain't
lost
working.
my sheet, so yeah.
Oh wow!
But you have high athletics?
I
Oh.
do.
Definitely.
That's
You won that. You won that.
18.
18 plus
Yes!
Okay,
Nice.
24.
Fight girl!
21.
Sorry.
Alright.
What?
Nice.
What?
What's your roll?
24.
Oh!
I think so, yeah.
Wow, so close.
Alright.
Arm wrestling.
So now, as the rope comes over your neck and
I
ups you
roll
upwards.
forward and lean so that it's close to like.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you lean,
Yeah.
you lean forward now, but the rope just sort of gives,
Yeah.
and it just goes sort of lax a little bit and allows you to sort of push forward. And you look backwards now, and you see that the rope is quite far from the person. The other end of the rope is actually quite far from you now. It sort of extends outwards, and then at the very towards the altar area, you can see a woman just holding on to this rope now, and she's beginning to sort of pull you close, and you are tied by the rope by the neck now, and she is continuing to pull you forward now, and she is this very young half-elf woman, sort of with red hair as well. You can see that she's extremely dirty and appears to be perhaps dirt poor from her clothing. She's barefoot and her feet are blackened by road dirt.
And she's wearing just really
rags. Just rags. Barely anything at all. And she is immediately familiar to you, I would suppose, given that this is Selena. Selena, your cousin.
Oh my gosh, why?
Yeah, so she's sort of pulling you closely, pulling you towards her. She says, "Stop resisting."
No, Selena?
And she throws one end of the rope upwards, and of almost all of its own volition, it goes up into the rafters and then comes down, and then she holds the other end. And she begins to sort of pull as you begin to go closer. You can go ahead and make another athletics check.
No, I draw my sword and cut off the rope.
Cut off the rope. Okay.
Nice.
Right. You cut off. You slice off the end of the rope. Right? You can go ahead and make an attack roll.
An attack. It's a 12. Yes, my proficiency is +3, so it's 16.
16. Okay, that's good. Go ahead and deal your damage.
Sorry. Damage. Alright.
You only added a +3.
Yeah, you should add. Shouldn't
Aren't
be
you
plus
+6?
strength plus proficiency.
Proficiency.
Yeah.
Strength plus
Strength plus
proficiency.
No, it's what did you add?
Oh yeah,
That's
plus
+6.
6. Yeah, that's right.
So it's 8.
Should be 18.
That's good. That's good. Live.
So one-handed, I suppose, or two.
I put my chocolate in the ice box. It's not.
It's 2
not
+ 5, so it's.
Nice.
Are you two-handing the sword? Are you like letting go with one and to slice?
Oh, since I'm just quickly slashing just one hand.
2 plus
5,
6.
7. 7 actually. Plus 5.
5, 7. Oh, 7.
Yep.
Good. Oh, you're 20 strength.
Nice.
Okay. Good.
You wanna put your chocolate in there?
You slice it off, and you feel the tension release immediately, but you do take 7 points of psychic damage.
Psychic.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
10 points.
Take that, better
7.
guy.
Okay.
So,
Oh my god, they're psychic as well.
not even she can help.
So
Yeah.
as you slice it
I'm
off,
not resistant to
you
more
feel like somebody had sort of come up and chopped your finger off. And the rope, the noose that is sort of cut off now, it's beginning to drip blood over your shirt now.
The rope?
Yeah, the rope itself. The end of the rope is sort of dripping blood.
Oh.
And you see Selena just sort of the area that's sort of slack in the rope that's sort of slack in your direction. She whips it forward, and then as the wave goes through, at the very end it ties into a noose.
Oh god.
And then she whips it back in your direction. She's going to make an attack roll against you
Seriously?
Where is this happening?
in the church.
Do we hear that? Or is there a ruckus or?
Sure. 21.
Can't see
Okay,
it.
yeah. So there's
Oh,
no,
so
no
high.
damage is dealt from this, but the
Yeah,
but the news just it tightens. She says, "You left me, but never again." And she begins to pull again.
Alright,
Now-
how far is she from me?
You are rapidly getting closer because you're not making any athletics checks to resist.
Alright.
Right now, she would be about 20 feet or so from you.
Alright. I say, no. Selena, no, this isn't you. I saw you die in front of me, and I take a deep breath and I look at her, and then I misty step on top of her, and then like plant
Smack her a bit.
smack her, yeah,
Okay.
down on the
Yeah.
ground.
Excellent. Go. Do.
I don't know how that happens.
All right. No. You sort of look in her direction and you begin to sort of focus. You dive into yourself. You are being tied. You're being restrained, and this is completely against your tenets. And so you draw deep into the pool of energy that comes from your god of Andra, and you channel the freedom of space, and instantly you just wink out. You wink back about 2 feet directly above her. So in attack formation, and you come down. You can go ahead and make an attack roll now with your an unarmed attack. So just your strength and your proficiency, and then the damage that you'll deal is 1 plus your strength.
1 plus my strength.
That's pretty cocked. You're in, it's
Go
in the
ahead.
middle.
Go. Cock.
14 plus
20.
proficiency.
17. Okay.
Strength and proficiency.
Strength and proficiency.
So
Okay. Yeah,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Yeah.
20. It's 20. So go ahead and deal your damage. It'll be 3 plus 1. 4. Okay.
I hope you did keep your finger.
So you land on your cousin now, and you punch her now straight across the face with a loud crack, and she feels completely physical. You can feel her jaw just sort of snap under your gauntleted fist.
No. This you're not Selena. You're not my cousin.
Seiki, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Damn it.
Will you wake up?
It's
No, it's
okay.
a saving throw.
Yes, oh, yes, for sure.
Lasha lost his finger.
I will use.
Inspiration?
No.
Oh, Lord.
You're
My favored by the
Soul.
gods.
Oh, favored.
So that's for now it's an 11. But it's 2d4 extra.
11.
That's no. 11 plus 1, 12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah.
15. Okay, that's exactly what you need. So, fighting your way out of the manor now, a knight manages to grab hold of you just as you reach the end and sort of pulls you back towards him. You raise your hands to try and defend yourself as boom cracks you across the face, and now you come to consciousness now with Calien sort of beating on your face. And then just then you
Requires a weapon.
you come to consciousness now, and you can see this. You can see tears streaming down her face, this fury and tragedy just etched across all of her features now, and your blood upon her gauntlet fist as she lands a second blow. At this point, you'll get to do your turn.
I will first, as bonus action,
What are you
use 2 sorcery points to cast. She has aura. I'll just use mirror image
Mary.
as a bonus act,
Okay.
Good choice.
and then so
3 sending.
your cousin triplicates. And,
Now, now you can see her just look up to you and just sort of grin. You will never escape your guilt. Never escape.
Oh my god.
And now there are 4 of them.
We have it easy.
Kellen will be now shaking. No.
Will you continue?
I will.
Action. That's a bonus action, right?
Is she grappling me? She's not grappling me.
She's straddling you. Yes. You.
Oh, she's-
So she
I guess it would be grapple
Oh shit.
because you would have to like crawl out from under her.
I will.
I'm being quite loose about this, so you feel free to just do your spells in creative manners. It's not really a combat.
Does it seem like she's out of sorts, or she's actively trying to kill me?
No. You can, in the same way that they sort of read behind your eyes, you can definitely tell that she's not there. She's not seeing you. And in fact, she seems to be holding a conversation, somewhat.
I charge up a magical, an empowered fist in my hand. I'm not henshined up, but I channel from my belt and I smack her in the face with resistance.
Okay. So you slap, you demand that she snap out of it.
I'm giving you resistance, but I say,
Get out of
I say, wake up, you crazy redhead!
You smack her with your sword.
Good try, good try.
So
I'm not Esbel.
yeah, so
I'm writing that line down.
now she weakly just comes up to claw at your face now. It doesn't hurt so much, but it is just sort of this constant just trying to put her fingers through your nose and your eyes, just sort of getting in there. Now, the rest of you can go ahead and make a perception check at a -5.
If ever you need to make a save, you have your aura and resistance.
Yeah.
If that fucking fails.
Oh wait, we have Calenites aura?
No.
No.
No. This is
Not for
all
ability check.
what is this?
Right.
Perception check.
It's -5.
-5.
Ah, -5.
11.
11, 12.
7,
12.
Okay, not just yet.
12.
All right.
You
12, no?
the man in the mirror.
Okay, so now that she sort of slapped you across the face, you can hear another voice, just sort of gnawing, just at the back of your skull, just underneath your cousin's voice, just trying to be heard, and you're trying to hear it. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw with resistance.
Oh, you have aura.
You
Yeah,
can smell
aura
with
What's
resistance.
this resistance?
1d4
1d4
Second-
to saving
second
throws.
bless. So your wisdom save is now +3 plus,
plus aura.
so 1d20 plus 1d4 plus your 3.
This is the
Three
first time
aura.
your resistance is going to be used like for
so
an actual
it's
save.
okay, so it's a 6 plus resistance from Seiki, it's 4, that's 10,
10.
and then plus wisdom.
With its saving throw.
You
With-
should be
with save,
proficient
+3.
in it.
Plus 3.
Plus aura.
Plus my aura
Plus
is...
No, that's all,
charisma.
on the sheet on the app it already adds it. See, because you're
already.
Oh, it's just +3?
no, it's not. It should be plus.
Because
this is
aura
aura.
doesn't add.
paladins are
Three-
resistant,
yeah.
have
Proficiency.
proficiency to
Three,
with
four,
saves.
3, 4, 5, 6. This is plus 6 total. Plus 4,
Plus 4, and then
6,
plus
10.
6.
16. Okay, 16 now. So
Immortalized.
you hear in the distance now at the back, layered underneath Selena's voice. You hear Sadie, "Snap out of it!" You begin to get a little bit confused now as you don't understand where the voices are coming from, and the images are now
Right.
rapidly changing,
Yeah.
on and flicking on and off from Selena to Sadie, Selena to
Yeah,
Sadie,
like I
individually now.
Okay.
All around you as it alternates between both Seiki and Selena screaming at you, but for completely different reasons. What would you like to do?
Oh my gosh. What does Selena look like right now? Just glowing at me?
Yeah, there is hatred. There is this frighteningly honest hatred that she seems to be that's pouring out of her eyes. That she wants to inflict upon you now, and she's just screaming over and over again. You left us, never again.
I tried to resist her attacks, and is the rope still nearby?
Yeah, it's not no longer tied to you, but it is just snaking around.
Snaking around, yeah, I'll just grab the end and try to like put her wrists, just tie it up here.
Okay,
And like pull away.
Okay. Okay. Let's make
know
a
where
grapple
it
check
comes
again. Acrobatics versus athletics.
That one.
18 plus 6.
Okay, yeah. So you can tell that you've made your way through because she's no longer trying to like harm you now, but she's trying just utterly confused. She tries to restrain you now, and don't. She begins to tie you with her own rope, and finally things begin to sort of settle down. Are you gonna resist in any sort of way now that you're tied? Are you gonna shout or scream, or are you gonna try to fight back or cast?
I'm gonna say. I wonder if there's anything here.
Are the images still there?
Yeah, they're just flicking on and off from Seiki to Selena.
It's called peeking. No, just kidding.
I Seiki, are you in the room?
I just if it seems like she can hear me, I say whatever you're gonna do, hurry up and do it. You failure of a paladin.
Oh, interesting. Okay. You're trying to sort of
Goad her out of.
goad her out of it. Okay. You're inspired. Trying to incite her anger, her fury to clear her mind. Okay. You can go ahead and make let's say, either an intimidation or a persuasion check, your choice.
I am actually proficient in intimidation.
Okay. How loud are you talking?
As loud as I can be.
Okay. The rest of you can go ahead and make a perception check -5.
Sees Grog.
-4.
Fuck me. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Much better. Perception 10 plus 4. 14.
That's already -5.
Damn it!
That's already -5.
Yeah.
Only
Because
a 9.
It was a
Okay.
15.
You expend your inspiration. I'll give you back 1 because of what you did because of shooting the arrow. I agree. 14 and
8.
8. Okay. You were sleeping and then you begin to hear struggle and shouting and voice, and then you snap awake now with the instincts of somebody who slept in too many alleyways in a very in a dangerous part of town.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
snap open, swords out immediately. Shink! And you hear fighting now on the other side. You can see that Kayan is straddling Seigi now, just sort of hog-tying him. And Seigi's mirror images are all simultaneously raising their hands on the grounds of defending themselves. Anything that you would like to do? In the meantime, you can you hear Seigi's words, but now they sort of begin to twist a little. Now, just instead of being heard as from Seigi's voice, they're the exact same words, but spoken by Selena.
Fuck.
Okay.
Didn't work.
Oh!
Jesus.
I grit my teeth and then I just say, who are you really? And I try to actively look for Seigi as well from the images.
Okay, good.
Still.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check, as if you were inspecting an illusion.
Okay. 19.
Okay, excellent. At this point, you press your gauntleted fist outwards now, sort of reaching for Selena's face now, just willing yourself to see what is truly there now, beyond the hate, beyond her honest green eyes, with sort of narrowed down, almost darkened into an almost black now. She just with the red, sort of bloodshot as she looks up upon you. You can see her sort of frothing from the mouth as she spits her curses at you, but you will yourself forward. You can sense that something is just beyond what you can see, but it's not quite there yet. And then, almost all at once, it snaps into reality, and you immediately see what is truly there. You see that Seigi is in front of you, his lip bloodied from your punch. You can see him across all of your sides now, all of the mirror images now, just completely just him now. And the only noise that is truly going on here are beyond the screamings of Selena are no longer there. Just now the sounds of your fighting.
All right. I'm still like breathing really deeply, and I am shocked and probably wide-eyed as I see that the illusion probably is now faded, and I see Seigi, and I say, Seigi, were you here the whole time?
No, I was just here, just now.
How did?
I'm going to run up to them, and if I see that Callian is frozen or something, I'm just going to, from behind her, I'm just going to call out, easy, 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 and then hold her wrists so that they're at least, but before I do that, I announce already that I'm approaching.
Okay. Enough noise now has happened between everyone screaming, third voice added to it, that people begin to awaken. And so,
you sleep like an iceberg.
I stand up and I
Good
walk
long
away,
night.
and I just tell Banyan, just untie him.
It's okay, okay,
Go out.
okay.
Well, I'm awake now, or?
You can if you want to.
I dropped my short
No,
sword to do
no.
that.
It's been a long.
Shut up!
No, I wake up and
Vampires, no? Okay. Okay, I dropped my
sir-
short sword to do that. I'm going to untie it. I'm going to just cut through the rope. And do I notice that it is the rope that Calian had?
You're gonna go ahead and make an attack roll. Roll.
Just untie me.
Why? It was tied up first. It's 10 plus 10 plus 8. 18.
Okay, do your damage.
Oh, why is it an 18?
8 attack bonus because it's proficiency plus 5.
Why is it plus 5?
Dexterity is plus 20.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
up-
your dex is
outdated.
20.
Yeah, I haven't been able to print the new sheet. So it is 1d4.
How are you able to get a dex of 20 at level 7?
Oracle stats. 1d4.
Oracle stats?
Oh, this because Banya's first.
I see, okay. I'll correct this later.
Yeah, so 4 plus 5, so 9.
Why did you roll a d4?
1d4.
Oh, dagger.
Dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. 9, okay. Kain, you can go ahead and take 9 points of psychic damage as where you cut through the ropes.
Yeah.
The
Because I
ropes
mean, I used to
and the ropes begin sort of, they fall free, but then individually now the strands are bleeding out onto the...
Holy! Holy! I cursed the several
Nine
enemies.
damage.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Ah! It's doing that now!
I walk up behind him, behind Banya, because they seem so distressed. What the
I
fuck is
dropped the
going
dagger
on?
too, like,
Ting, 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 ting.
like, ano ba?
What happened?
I don't know, I just woke up to this. So I give her a quick, I give Esbel a quick rundown because Callian is off to the side. Callian beating down on Seiji, Seiji tied up, we're trying to cut Seiji free and suddenly the redhead is screaming, what the fuck happened, guys?
So you can see that Irina is sort of cutting Shoyu
They
to
walk
her
up.
side.
That's familiar.
Yeah, and then they, Father Lucian is just sort of protectively standing in front of them. Von Richten is walking up as he's sort of shining, beginning to clean his glasses.
Totally unfazed, I bet.
And
As I free myself,
Who was that?
I
What
will
was that?
I will just try and see.
you feel yourself, you feel your body, your heart is pumping, not just because of the recent events, but you feel the familiar sort of ache, you feel the exertion upon you
From the dream.
from the dream. So
so
definitely you
just
do
like
feel like you have been fighting.
Okay, let's say, well, I don't say anything. I try and grab her by the hair and I cast remove curse.
Callian's walked away.
Okay.
Oh, you walked away? She
Yeah,
walked away?
I did.
Yeah, she's you can go up to her, but
No,
yeah,
no.
she has walked away.
I just ignore her.
Okay, alright.
I will pick up my weapons and just
Do
say,
Do I see the rope?
Yeah, the bleeding rope.
Do I see
Does it smell like actual blood?
It does smell good.
It's bleeding? Like if I pick up the piece, then it drips with blood?
Yeah, it's good.
I say, whose blood is this? Oh wait, since I saw you were the one who cut
We don't have
the-
that kind of forensics technology at the moment.
I say,
When you ask me that, I'll look at Callian.
how,
You want to check on her or should I?
I think you can go check on her. But and
I'll
then
check on the common right.
I really, okay.
I
Yeah, I'll approach Seigi after
Where
that.
was the specific location of the pain whenever the rope was getting cut?
Does she still have her fingers?
Finger?
No, I equated the fingers to the amount of to the measure of pain that you would have.
Okay.
But it's truly just in your mind. It's just,
Alright.
inside of your brain. now.
That I'm hurting somewhere in a specific part.
Mhm.
Alright, okay. Yeah, I still try to dab if there is blood.
Yeah, you have no physical wound.
Yeah, so.
All
I
my
look
weapons are sheathed.
questioningly- Yeah.
And as I approach Callian, I'm going to push on the side.
all your weapons are sheathed, so you've picked up your dagger to clean it.
Dagger and short sword.
Okay.
I drop them both.
I inspect also my blade. It has blood on it because
From
of
the
the
rope?
rope. Yeah, I remove my greaves and I smear it off.
Mm.
And smell it.
Yeah, it is definitely blood.
Damn it, I do. Okay. Well, while I see you doing that, I'm gonna push from the side, and when I'm close enough, I'll just say, here. And then I cast precipitation on your blades.
Oh shit, everything's
Thanks.
gone.
Yeah.
There's
so,
enough of that on the rope.
so yeah.
It's still in disbelief. Like it's still sinking. It's
I'll
it's
make
bleeding.
I'm going to make your eyes try to meet mine, and I'll say, you saw something? It's gone. It's done. It's done. Breathe.
Okay, I follow back Vanya's advice. I take a deep breath and I say, it's gone now for now. But did you see that? I attacked.
Yeah. I wasn't honest. I honestly wasn't sure what to do with this.
What if it happens to you next? What if Espo attacks us next? Well,
Do you have one person that's really effective against barbarians?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should prepare that.
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
Meta-wise though, I'll let you know that the person attempting to, I mean, definitely from when you were being pulled by the rope, it was not a strength that you know that Sadie would have.
okay. Alright.
Or maybe I was working out during my watches.
Oh, we'll
You don't
never
know
know.
that. I was doing push-ups.
Shit, man.
I leveled
you're
up,
like,
you know.
Yeah.
I was strength 20 now.
Galen is not judgmental.
What did you do?
Galen is not judgmental.
Yeah.
She would assume that maybe
Maybe
Sadie
Sadie's
has a
strong.
hidden strength.
I was doing
He's
bench
strong
presses on the
in here.
pews.
Can I tell exactly
Man, you're
what
swole.
expression is Callion wearing? Is it something of is
Man,
it something of
you're
extreme
swole.
confusion, being lost,
Oh.
that kind
Are you
of
hiding
Myron?
your emotions?
No, not
Okay,
really.
so what is Vanya seeing on your face?
I tell him, Bayang, I'm so confused right now. It kept pulling my family members. But from what? I've never shared anyone or anything about me, but here it is, being, appearing with the good gift. And you see that she is scared and really confused. And it really looks like she's teary-eyed. Her eyes are just red.
What's your
She is 5 feet.
Mine doesn't say anything, it is pursuing for us. Slow, cautious.
so cautious around the women.
Girl
Stronger
can
than
break
you-
my spine.
than you, babe.
Both of you can. You're
She's
called
petite,
Smash
though.
Sisters for a
She's
reason.
petite. She's petite.
You won an arm wrestling competition against the
know
world.
How tall is
You don't know
Vanya?
that. That's not good.
How tall is Vanya?
But I know for a fact that you are of the muscular.
Like for like in first impression, she looks like a baby sister.
The fact that you don't use any spells and held your own against the vampires is already telling me much.
No, she has smites.
But I hug Vanya back, and
I'll just put my chin on
you
your
hear her sob a bit. You do hear her sob. She
I give Vanya a thumbs up. Yep. So, what happened?
She was jealous of my marriage.
She wanted to
He
marry you,
is in
Rina.
such a good mood.
You should have let me smite with my knuckles. Just kidding. Anyway.
But to be honest, I don't know.
But
But she
I
wasn't all
eventually, approach Esfel and Sadie, and I say, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
It was all in. Actually, this is the first time
I could totally trust you now.
actually encountered such heavy. Well, I'm not even sure about magic. I'm not really into those.
Well,
I'm not really knowledgeable.
so
But
why did you-
It felt so real. It felt.
It felt so real.